que agora já vai. Acho que agora já está resolvida a situação. Deixa eu ver só se o áudio está a seguir igual. Que isto fica tudo desconfigurado. Vou mandar mensagem ao Cândido. A ver. Ai meu Deus, o que não me aparece nada. Alto, está aqui, aparece o microfone, acho que está a captar tudo. Acho que está tudo a funcionar agora. Bem, peço desculpa, mas isto é viver e aprender. Este é merecido, este é para a minha oferta.
Fica burro!
Fica burro! Oh Cândido, tu agora aparece-me aqui nas transmissões. Estou com eco agora? Oh que caraças. Espera aí, como é que eu uso isto? E agora, será que ainda estou com eco? Ainda estou com eco, Cândido? Ou já... Está bom agora? Ah, caraças. Afinal... É que isto, eu até te vou mandar uma foto. Isto não tem nada a ver com a transmissão, mas eu vou-te mostrar uma foto do quão complexo é que isto é. Que eu tenho que andar para aqui a mexer. Olhem para isto. Enfim, vamos lá continuar a jogar. Se quiseres estar aí um bocadinho a ver, tu continua a ver. Chama mais gente. Se chamares mais gente também é bom. E vamos continuar aqui a aventura.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm.
Quantos pontos é que tu tens?
Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Exato, essas bolinhas daquelas sim. Ele não consegue mandar ver para ninguém. Eu pensei que tu comes. Foste o primeiro subscritor aqui do canal. Eu sei que recebias mais pontos, por acaso. Ah, pois, então, ainda por cima sendo o Fernando Mendes. O médico está processo. Cafezinho. Munição em pilha. Ai, agora é que vi um flare. Ah, ok. Não, não é Harry Potter, Cândido. Isto é Alan Wake. É um escritor. Eu vou-te contar o que eu já percebi mais ou menos aqui. Oh caralho, enganei-me. Oh pá, enganei-me na porcaria da arma. Belo trabalho. É um escritor, portanto, que escreve, nomeadamente, livros de terror. E decidiu ir de... Ele não, a suposta mulher decidiram ir de férias porque ele estava sem inspiração. Olha aqui uma caçadeira. Acontece que na cabeça dele, pelo que eu percebi, a mulher foi raptada por estes seres manhosos. Só que eu, pelo que entendi, aqui o nosso personagem não bate bem da cabeça. Isto é tudo imaginação dele, pelo que eu percebi até agora. E ele vai encontrando estas folhas.
Wake had more money, a beautiful wife,
São supostamente a história que está escrita do que vai acontecer a seguir. Estás a ver? Ele está a vivenciar uma coisa que ele próprio escreveu.
He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Só que eu acho que ele, por exemplo, ainda agora, estamos no capítulo 4, que é verdade. No final do capítulo 3, nós caímos numa ribanceira e fomos cair à água. E quem nos resgatou foi um médico que eu acabei agora de derrotar, todo possuído. E estávamos numa clínica de malucos. Por isso é que eu começo a pensar que se calhar eu também estou maluco. Isto não passa da cabeça dele. Supostamente a mulher dele morreu num acidente de carro. Por isso, acho que é isto. Eu acho que percebi bem a história até agora. Olha aqui mais um flarezito. Agora com o som do jogo não te ouço tanto. Ah, mas espera aí que eu meto mais baixo o som do jogo em relação ao microfone. Vai vendo se assim está melhor, se está um som poeirinho. Olha lá porque eu até me carrinho de mão foi a outra parte. Olha lá. Então já foi. Olha lá se agora está melhor, se está. Baixei um bocadinho o som ao jogo.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Olha, o mundo vai explodir. Quer dizer, pum! São cobras, pilhas, alcalinas. Acho que não vai ficar nada para trás. Olha ali. Vai lá. Trás. Agora quero ir àquele baú. Provavelmente nos baús tem coisas importantes. Munições e luzes. Olha o que é que tem aqui dentro. Pistola sinalizadora. Ora, bem mais. Parece que não me engano agora. baixar aqui um bocadinho a janela do chat, porque se calhar vai ocupar muito espaço. Estás a ver no telemóvel, não estás, Cândido? Vê lá se ainda dá para perceber aí o chat. Não deve dar para perceber muito bem, mas é que senão fica muito grande e ocupa muito a tela da imagem do jogo. Aqui mais uma escopinha, café, que ele é drogado em café. Acho que é a conta desse que ele leva a bater mal. É por conta do café. Olha agora. Agora está a dizer que vai reiniciar o computador em 5 minutos. Livra-te. Espera aí, deixa-me ver se eu consigo cancelar isto. Aqui as definições. Olha agora, olha que bela altura para atualizar o computador. Agendar reinício. Espera aí, deixa eu ver se aparece aqui. Não é mais manuscrito. Vamos pôr pronto aqui. Pode ser amanhã. Escolher um dia amanhã. Pronto. É amanhã que vai ser reiniciado. Espera aí, não sei se vai ser amanhã. Falta pouco para amanhã. Vai um horário às 3 da manhã. É isso. Nessa altura já está desligado. Por isso não há stress.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Top. Jesus sangue. Olha, já está ali outro. É o nosso amigo. Também é tolo.
You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Este tenho a certeza que é maluco.
Maybe. Barry. Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Vamos ter aqui um confronto enquanto ele está à procura da chave. Que é maluco. Não havia mais gente.
Hurry up, Barry! I'm on it! I'm on it! It's gotta be here! Just hang on
Onde está aquilo? Ai, mais.
I found it! I found it! Ah, no way, that's a twig!
Oh, filha da mãe. Faço mais abracadabra, faço mais. Olha eu a morrer, olha. Olha eu a morrer, olha. Olha eu a morrer, olha. Ai, ai, Jesus. Venham todos que eu morro. Já vem aí mais gente. Ah, já está aberta a porta. Oh.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Tá certo.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Já chegamos a fazer.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's a Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Lá vai ele, mais o póster dele gigante. Está certo. Nada maluco. Vamos nós. Sem armas, sem nada. Olha. Mais macabrices. Oh, bonito. Ai, meu Deus, não sei como é que eu vou fazer. Liga a luz. O que é que tem aqui? Bomba. E qualquer coisa para amanhã. Olha, depois mais vantagem. Quer dizer.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Que é o que vai acontecer no finalzinho. Eu não sei que horas são. Mas é menos. Vamos ver se conseguimos acabar este capítulo. Pelo menos. Opa! Liga a luz. Porcaria. Uma lanterna tem? Como é que é esse? Bem nos olhos. Como é que eu fui morrer desta forma estúpida? Ei, volta tudo para trás. Eu estou perdido a minha vida. Como é que vou passar aqui? Para a caminho por aqui fora. Não vou voltar para lá para a maneira de agora cansou-se. Não, crossfit é isso.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Qualquer coisa que Deus faz favor. Está aqui o gerador. Dá um saltinho de alegria. Aí está. Temos o checkpoint.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trouxe no warning radar. Não vi ninguém nem com a sala toda iluminada. Viemos. Se fosse maluco. Não parecia aqui. Lá é maluco. Ai, que mais gente. Ai, ai. Ai, ai. Corre. Anda, vem daqui. Vem daqui agora. Cabreiros.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Não, são os irmãos malucos também. Peguei outra lanterna mais resistente. Mas é para pegar, chefe. Pilhas. E uma armazita. Não há aqui um revólver nem nada. Que caraças.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
E o que é que ele pôs agora? O que é que ele disse agora?
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Sinalizadores. Armas não há. Sinalizadores. Ei, eu sou muito burro. Quer dizer, vejo uma coisa a brilhar no chão. Ao pé dela. Ah, certo. Claro. Isto é só armadilhas de urso aqui no chão. Ai bem. Acertão, já. Estou a ver a luz. Estava a ver uma luz. Isto não era a casa? Ai, que tantos agora. Ai. Eles estão mais perto. Ai, que ele está mesmo pertinho de mim. Ai, caraças. Me acertou. Atrás. Vai no meio do mato. Caralho. Rápido. Oh. Que sorte. Foi mesmo por um triz.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Pois não. Estou a ver o carro e não vejo lá ninguém. E a porta está aberta por casa. Perfeitamente.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? Please! No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Ai. E agora? Quais são? Tu és muito forte. Olha.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Acho que fui eu. Desculpa dizer-te e desiludir-te, mas acho que fui eu. Acho que vou.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Ok. Isto é quase... As televisões estão a mostrar a perspectiva do presente, talvez. Em que ele está a escrever as coisas. Olha, e agora a porta? Ah, está a ver que estava trancada aqui agora. Ai, ai, ai.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Pois, já foi. Desculpa lá.
The front door was locked.
Então sai pela janela. Não dá para sair pela janela? Oh, sorte. Qualquer coisa. Agora munição de escopeta. Isto estava aqui há bocado. Tem que ser pelas traseiras. Também está fechado.
I could climb out through the broken window.
A sério?
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Se estes carros é qualquer coisa. Eu até podia ir lá acima, mas não vou. Vai ter inimigos. Então vou querer ir já direto para a fazenda. Ai, pensa. Ai, que vai-me acertar o carro. Ai, minha viatura. É, não vou já. Como assim? Toma. Ai, não partas é isto. Ai, será que eu tenho que ir para o só tenho um farol, mas eu não sei. Fica por aqui, será? Fica na transmissão. Como é que estás? O resto? Morreu nada? Olha que... Já foi. Siga, vambora. Ah, se calhar tem que ir a pé. Faz sentido. Vou tentar ir de carro até aos confins. Para aqui, gente, fartura, de certeza. Espera até o quê? Foguetes!
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ah, ok. Não me apercebi do palco.
Al! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Ai, ai, vou morrer, vamos. Ora, já está. Vamos ter aqui um duelozito, pelos vistos.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Ai, ai, opa.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo? This place is stocked! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Bom. Olá, Mimi. Boa noite.
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Tá. Estou sem palavra. Olha, até aqui na trincheira. E agora? Tá. Vamos lá, vamos ver o que é que vai acontecer agora. Boa coisa, não. Oh, casal 10, obrigado pela raid.
See, bestseller? No
Boa
reason
noite,
to
como é que vocês
worry.
estão?
Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Sejam todos bem-vindos.
We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Vamos tirar isto aqui. Isto está aqui. Se calhar temos que ir ali assim. Salta.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now...
Não quero ouvir-te.
Wow!
Coisa dos
You
maluquices.
look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Barco viking.
Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for them.
Sleep. We all spend
Oh,
Night
Night
Springs.
Springs. Man, brings back memories.
Springs.
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
Man, vejo chato. Certo.
tonight's episode. The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
Já
Which
está.
when Mr.
Estou
Jones seeks
interessado
to
em ouvir
cause
isso.
the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden
Mais uma
stop
página.
by a decidedly mundane
Mais uma
situation.
página.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Pois, já percebi o que fazer. Ok, vai.
Good going, Al!
E agora vai aparecer gente. O que é que tem aqui escrito? Ou Gods of Asgard, Disney Ragnarok, 1975. Boa noite, casal daí. Está tudo bem convosco? Deixa eu ver se vieram a Portugal. Não vieram a Portugal, estiveram só nos Estados Unidos. Muito obrigado pela raid. Já tenho companhia aqui no celeiro. Gostes? Bora. Bora.
What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Ah, vá. Au. Nada que era nervoso. baixo. Apanhamos aqui no jogo. Já estava na altura de apanharmos alguma coisa em condições, sem ser de sustos e dores de cabeça. O que se passa agora?
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Eu tenho que olhar para sair daqui enquanto vamos ir a juntar as coisas. Tá certo.
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Anda, roll. Esse pontapé no ar que conseguiu abrir a porta.
Be careful, Al!
Obrigado. Tenho que ter, não é? Visto que não estás aí a fazer nada. Não é que vou ter que ter cuidado. Passar. Parece-me assim nada.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Ah, pode ser. Quase que me assusto. Quase. Assustar ainda vai.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Parecia que estavam assim meio já localizados nem nada. O gerador. Está apagado.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
É pegar neste trator agrícola, nesta máquina agrícola, e por aqui afora. O que me dizes? Não dá? Pena.
Got to be kidding me.
Tens que seja só tu, podes vir. Vai. Essa cabeça para deixar ser boneco. Tem que voltar para trás para abrir a porta lá ao outro maluco. São capilhas. Firefall. Temos que ir ali para a porta. É, não é? E as chaves. Que é muito conveniente uma pessoa trancar uma porta e depois deixar as chaves no sítio.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, let's go, man.
Quero ver que agora o botão vai dar para abrir. Não, por agora não dá. Mas tu vais conseguir abrir, queres ver?
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy.
Anda, aqui estou.
Ah!
Shush.
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Exatamente. Agora disseste tudo. Valhalla. Ainda por cima chama-se Valhalla. E vai ter um estilo viking. Porcaria da
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
da casa. Está muito fixe. Let's go.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Está. Disjuntor está lá de cima.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Velhos deuses sabem da verdade. Tá bem. Vamos ver aqui a página.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Porta da frente. motor.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Abriu esta porta com a guitarra.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right! Must be.
Aí está. Ui.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Cansado mesmo.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Claro, porque não? Ficarem perdidos bêbados.
I'm sorry about that. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard,
I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al.
sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Devíamos ter acabado o capítulo 4. Acabamos.
Damn it.
O que vai acontecer agora?
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy, drunken dream. And yet, it was more than that. It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice!
E ela saiu fora. Caiu na água. Isto foi tudo lama.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
E pumba.
Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
Também me lembro disso.
I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my barber a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
There's an old town road with the street on the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a light to the words the poet used.
Pois bem, vamos fazer assim então.
Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about a great
fazer edição. Se fizer, não será. É uma hora decente. Amanhã tenho. Devo chegar mais tarde.